welcome to a Quad Cortex preset build, and today I'm presenting the preset that I've been using the most number of times since getting it. Some preliminary notes about this preset: there are no stereo amps. There might be two amp captures that you see here on row 1 and here on row 3, but they're not on at the same time. This is a signal path where I am relying on one amp capture at a time, and it's for a good reason. You see, I was invited to serve at a wedding band for my friend TK, and he specifically wanted me to have the Dream Theater kind of overdriven, distorted kind of sound.
This song goes so hard!
But the whole setlist wasn't going to be Dream Theater inspired, so I did need to have normal sounding worship sounds. I needed a way to change from the Worship P, BC30, and the Kelly Mark IV crunch, which is quite distorted. Just to hear the completely dry signal, this is the M by itself. And then when I change to the Kelly IV, very different sounds, but I'm able to switch between those two amps very easily because with scenes, I can essentially turn one off and turn the other on. Kind of like how if you have an amp head A/B switcher. The second noteworthy thing about my preset is that I don't like to run my delays and reverbs stacked into each other. I like to run my delays and reverbs in parallel. So up here, I have a split here that is going more into my delays and less into my reverb. Essentially moving the balance up towards the middle will have a much more deeper reverb setting. And sometimes you might want that for the very ambient P&W stuff. Much more reverb. Dial it back down. More delay, less reverb. And you can fine tune this balance for the kind of gig that you need. Third thing about my preset is that I have a split right here that moves between two paths. And the reason why I split this way is not just because I want to have more effect blocks in path 1. I want to introduce some clean, unprocessed guitar with the overdrive. And this is something that I picked up from owning a Voodoo Labs Sparkle drive. Quickly demonstrate, if the balance is 0, everything is going through path A. If I turn any of the drives on, you hear that there's no overdrive, but if I introduce that balance back in, that was a 0 clean blend, but if I bring this down, this will introduce more of that clean blend. This routing preserves the pick attack and then the transients that get lost if you were to compress everything through an overdrive pedal. So this way, with a clean blend, I get the best of both worlds. I get a nice clean attack, but also an overdrive signal. So quick overview, this is my clean-ish. My crunch, which introduces the Timmy. Love that singing tone. And this is my lead tone, which is a clone boosted by the RC booster in front. P&W, you need that pog lead. And of course, you need to have swells because this is P&W. Of course, that will sound a lot smoother when I use my dedicated volume pedal for the swells. So that was all the nice worshipy prim and proper stuff. Now time to put on the leather jacket for the distorted sounds. And you found that was too much gain, you don't have to turn down the gain on the amp. You can just turn it down using the volume pedal. I'm going to show you what happens.
One more round. Verse. 1, 2, 3, 4. Stand by per. 1, 2, 3, 4.
That was my rhythm tone. My lead tone has got some delay and a boost with the RC booster. It's great for Dream Theater stuff, but you could really use it for all the older Planet Shakers and Hillsong and other stuff, like... But it just goes to show that you can get a decent crunch tone while rolling off the volume pedal just a little bit.
Would it be in ears?
Is it the same for you guys?
Yeah.
About the
After that, as usual lah.
I thought myself down for that.
One, two, three, four, break. 1, 2, 3, 4, break. Extend my pad. A minor, D, C, E, Q, A minor, okay, stand by intro. And over here, yeah. 2, 2. Okay.
At the end of the day, this is my personal way of running my Quad Cortex rig. It's how I've enjoyed it the most. If you're a stereo amps guy, that's totally fine. It's totally your jam. You do you. The great thing about Quad Cortex is that it allows such flexibility in setting up rigs, running one way or the other. Therein lies the real fun of using a device like the Quad Cortex. And that's me. How about you? How have you been running your Quad Cortex setup, and are you surprised that a single amp setup can sound this good? Do you run 2 amps in stereo? Are they before the effects or after your effects? Let me know in the comments below. Like, subscribe, hit the bell icon, and I'll see you in this next video where I talk about why I changed to the Quad Cortex even though I've been a Helix user for so long. See you there.